Hello everybody, how good of you to join. Welcome to Becastled, a new game that is coming out on Steam Early Access today, and the idea behind this game is that you're building up a base and defending against stronger and stronger waves of enemies. It is really interesting from the concept and the ideas behind it, and yeah, without further ado, let's get cracking. Alrighty, and here we are already now in the game itself in a beautiful environment, as we can see, and we also have a little advisor here, Solchris, with us with a very strange face. What is it with those faces? We'll find out in the course of this campaign. Now, the first thing that we need to do is we need to build ourselves a castle. So this is the castle that we need to defend ourselves against. That we need to defend against the enemies, of course. And yeah, let's have a look around. We do have a good starting position. Every map is randomly generated, and in that case, this one here is not so bad. I think I'm going to put it, I would like to put it right here into the center there, where we can have it. We can also move the castle around there a bit. So let's just have it here. It's one tree we need to get rid of, and that's basically it. And there we have it coming up. And as we can see, one of our workers is doing the job for us. Our first castle. No walls yet, but I can already see that getting some walls up here will be interesting, or will be very advantageous for us. Let's continue there. So you can rotate the camera, blah 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 blah, and we do need some wood for starters. So we do have the sawmill here, and with the sawmill, with the woodshed here, we're going to chop down some trees now around us. So I'd say right here. Nice cute graphics there, by the way. Reminds me a bit of the Settlers. And our sawmill is coming up. Oh, there's also some wolves around. There, we got it. We still need to assign some workers to this sawmill here, so I'm going to assign 2 workers now, and as we can see, they're going for it now and chopping down some trees for us. Alright, next step would be we need more sons to rebuild the kingdom, so we only have about 3 workers at the moment, and for a grand empire, of course, we do need a few more, and the workers are actually being called sons. Well, where do you get this name from, I wonder? Let's build a house, and the house, let's just see that we find a suitable location for it. Oh, here, and those guys will have a beautiful view over the valley that we see here. And some beautiful music there in the background. Absolutely love that. And there's the house. This one raises the limit now by 2, so we can now afford up to 5 workers. We could also build a second house if we want to. Our mission though is only 5 people, or 5 sons, and that is something we can afford, so let's just stick with the plan. Alright, next step that we have is we do need to get a food production up and running. Well, for the food production, we need to prepare something. We need to get more territory, right? We do have some territory around us. We can get this one by capturing it, basically paying some wood and stuff like that. And yep, as we can see, we cannot go down here, so we do need to be adjacent to the territory that we have around us. Let's just check this one. I think we can see some boar over here. This would be perfect for some hunting, right? We have the hunter's hut here, so capture this one. There we have it. Also some forests there as well. And we can have the hunter's hut now. Just, well, where should we have it? I think rather close by. There we can have it. Good location for it. Let's get rid of the trees here. And, oh, yeah, also the terrain is adjusting to it. But as we can see, the hunter's cabin is going to stand then on it. And they will then, well, hunt and kill and slaughter all those bears and boars for us. I wonder what we do with the wolves yet. So no idea here. Guess we'll find out soon. We also have the fisher and the fields. So down here we have a lake. I would actually like this one too. So we still have a lot of wood. I wonder if those people can go all around there. This would be pretty good here. Down here, as we can see, we have it now. And we could get the fisherman's hut up there perfectly fine. And as we can see, we can also build it right away. Now, you little fella, how you do this? Oh, he's just jumping down the cliffs there. No problem whatsoever. This, however, is going to be more difficult to defend, of course, once the first enemies come in. The hunter's hut has been built, as we can see. And, yep, one son is already working on this one now, hunting down and slaughtering all those boars. And the fisherman also up and running now here. And let's just also assign a fisherman to that. By the way, yep, population is full now, but my food production is looking good. At least that is something. We can now continue right away with another house. We should be doing this. So let's just have another hut right next to the other one there. Perfect. And since we do have all of that, we might also get a little hut there to the fishermen. I think this makes sense, right? There we have a little hut then as well in this terrain there. Since I know now they can jump down there. This should be fine. And look at that, really cutie. And we can also, of course, upgrade those buildings then as well. They become taller and stuff like that. But for now, I think we should be fine. So our population is growing now to, yeah, 9 then out of everything. My lord, night is coming. This means that moon monsters will attack us. These warriors will help us. Okay, so we do have now those guys here. So there are some warriors here. And they will defend us just in case we do need that, right? We can also order them around for the first attacks that are coming. We can also use them, well, to clear out those wolves here that we have right next to us. That would be very beneficial for expansion, right? That we actually also have some gold. I would like to capture this one too. And as we can see, they're attacking right away once we enter their territory. So this is kind of like Northgard. We might try it to actually kill them off. Easy. Oh, there's more wolves coming out. And I think there's also the boss. Oh, he doesn't want to go away. Now he wants. Very good. Because we certainly don't want to lose one here. And that's basically it. We've won. We can now also destroy the wolves then and thus can capture this terrain here. And there we have it. We also get some 300 sunstones that we can use then for further expansion. And as we can see, night is upon us. There's also the first attack that is coming in now. We might try, or hopefully we can defend them. We should stay close to the castle because I think the castle is also firing there. And there's the first battle, the battle in the woods. And I think for this first wave, we should be perfectly prepared. Oh, they're also attacking now my hunter's cabin here, which has a very strange campfire there next to it. And down it is. And just the next one. And boom, that's it. We have won. So another 27 minutes kind of. And then it's over. Excellent. We made it through the night. And for further expansion, we can now get to other terrains. And of course, also the archery range to get us some new warriors up and running here. Next day is dawning. We have different difficult options there as well if we want to use them. So you can make the game as hard as you want it or as easy as you want it. And then of course it's all about how many days can you survive. We have a lot of wood right now, so let's just capture all of the terrain that we have in the surrounding. One of them is here, the sunstone deposit that we have. So we can just use it here now, stone quarry. So stone is more solid than wood. And I think this is the one. Oh no, that's actually for the stone down there. So for sunstone, there we have it. The sunstone workshop. Solid material endowed with the beauty and vitality of the sun. We can extract a little light power from it. And there we have the workshop coming up now. This is not the only building I want though. We have a lot of wood. So what we can do for that, for example, is with that we get a bit more food coming out. As we can see, we are not producing enough food at the moment for our population. So one thing I want to do first is, of course, a few more huts. We can place a few more huts here, just beside the cliff. I also like this location there. I would totally like to live in one of these houses there. And another thing that we can have now is up here, for example, a field. So this one here for... Oh, it needs a flower field. Alright, so we cannot do this one here. We can get this one here and there's some sheep on it. This we can use. Let's capture this one. And there we have the farm taking care of animals. We can use this one in a tile where we have some sheep. And there we have it, right? So, and once this is built, those sheep here will then go into the farm itself. My worker is on the way, and as we can see, it's getting a bit busier than here because there's so many people doing all their different tasks. The sunstone workshop gets a worker now too. This is looking cute. And off he goes and chopping down some sunstone that we have. Down here we actually have another terrain with some stone. We will need that stone for some walls, right? For our defense that we have here. Right now we can only go with the wooden fences. And we have a lot of area here where enemies could flood in. So I think down here we might make our first stand then with the walls. People spawn depends on the mood in the kingdom. The better it is, the faster they appear. So to boost the mood, you can build a tavern and assign workers to it. And also some fountains there if you want to. Totally right about that. So next step would be to get something up like a tavern, this one here. So people essentially do get a bit of morale boost. It's also a good idea. I place it rather in the center. We're going to get rid of the wood shelf there at some point and build a church on top of that. So let's have a bit of a distance there for the tavern. Just going to move it around there a bit, like so. Right, so there we have the tavern. We can have more houses then around it. So this is kind of like our living space here that we can use. Tavern is coming up. There's also the church here then. So this one brings the faith back to the people and improves the morale then as well. But let's just have the tavern first. Rather big building there. And we have 13 out of 13 people that we use right now. Oh, but I can see that we have a lot of people waiting too. So we can just also assign a second fisherman. The farm is now ready. As we can see, the sheepy are in. Let's also assign 2 people there for the farms. They're running to it right away. And the tavern here, 1 worker should be fine for now to boost the morale of the people. They can now have a nice pint of beer afterwards. The hunter's hut, I think they're not that busy, right? Alright, they are very good. We still have some boar. And how's it looking with the sunstone? As we can see, the army is also costing us money. Right now we have an income of 100 though, and the army only costs us 28. So we still have enough resources for a better army overall. Right now, priority is the food. Of course, the next day is over soon, so we should prepare for the night there as well. So let's have a look at my military stuff. And yep, the archery range, that was something that I needed, right? So let's have the archery range. We might have it right here by the quarry. There we have it. And people can then train here. And if they don't hit their targets, well, then they can just fire into the air, right? No one is being hit by that. Taking quite some time here. And there we have the archer range now working for us. Let's get the first recruits in. So in this case here, we do need the archer. And they're going to be trained now, right? We can have up to 2 recruits at the same time. And they're going to get some equipment there. And oh, actually they're shooting towards the town. Alright, then please don't miss. But as I can see, we have a nice wall there in the background anyway, to hold off any arrows there. I'm very excited about the next attack though. It might be a good idea to get some fences up now, or do we have some towers? Unfortunately we don't, and the fences, they cost a lot of wood as far as I can see, right? So if we want to have a few of them, it's going to cost us. And as I can see, the first archers are out now too. We have 3 of them. And that means, of course, that also my army maintenance has risen quite a lot, by the way, so doubled. But we do now have some archers and some soldiers there. So 2, well, regiments that we can use. Let's also train 2 more of them. And I would also like to... Oh, it's night, right? We cannot build during nighttime. We just need to wait now for the incoming attack, wherever it's coming from. And there it is. Oh, they're doing a lot of damage there to my houses. Yeah, I think they're going to destroy this house over there. They're not even, you know, minding my soldiers there, so they rather just destroy this one first. Oh, and I also have a hunter. Oh, there's the hunter. Sorry. The hunter lost his home there just now. Let's get them back. Second night we got through. Very good. But as we can see, the numbers of enemies is increasing. Let's build some houses there once again. So we want to rebuild this one there real quick. And I also will want to have at least another house up there. Very good. Such a beautiful location there. Let's have another one. I can afford it anyway. Right, there we got a few. The tavern is fine too. A market. Trade among solar folks. Replenishes royal treasury and improves the mood. Our people have already everything they need. But sometimes they want to pamper themselves. And yep. We can build a market, and with each market that we build, we get a bonus on top of that. So we should have them close together. And yep, in front of the tavern, actually, this is a pretty good location there, right? And they can just look towards each other then, or like this, right? Being on their back. on each other's back then at some point. That we have that. The next houses are coming up. Oh, I'm starting to like this one. The hunter is still doing his job. Next job that we have down here, let's capture this terrain here for the stone, so that we have some stone that we're going to need. And the stone quarry needs 300 wood though, and that is something we don't have. What I definitely don't need is a house now for my people, because we don't have enough there. We have a nice army though. This one will be easy to defend, so I think we're going to capture... I think we're going to make our defense here right away. On the other side, where do we have the entrances? There is no entrance here, but... Oh, there it is. Right, so there we have a big open entrance actually. Yeah, not ideal. Oh, it's fine actually, it's 2 entrances that we have there, so this is totally fine then, even with that. We have now everything for the stone. Let's get us a quarry up there. Right next to it. To get the stone then. And military-wise, I've seen some other buildings there to the barracks, so we can get additional soldiers and the siege engines here that we can also build then. New workers are coming out. Do we still require something somewhere? Oh, the hunters, right? One of them lost their houses, and thus they stopped working. The rest is fine though, and food production, we have enough food production for now. Also good to see. We need to be very careful here though with those production houses. I think we might lose them if there is their attack from the wrong point. We need to keep this one close. And as we can see, the stone quarry is coming up now too. And let's have 2 workers on that as well to get the first stone. And stone is something we can use then for towers. Also the wooden tower, but I like the stone tower because it's definitely going to be stronger than the wooden towers. And off you go. We have 15 out of 17 workers right now. We should improve it. Should increase to expand it. We do have enough food production anyway, right? So I can just get 2 more houses there in this beautiful location. And perhaps a well. You never know when a bucket of cool, clean water will come in handy. A well, of course, very important for our villages. And we might have the well right next to the tavern there, because I think this is just fitting. The next houses are coming up. Perfect. I like how they construct these houses there. And the well we also have now for a bit of water. Or, well, if we have a fire, of course, we can use this one for some, well, fire dousing or firefighting. Now, I've heard that decorations boost the morale, and morale is everything, especially when it comes to fighting. We do have a nice statue here. We might use this statue right in front of the market and the tavern. Do we have a nice little location here? Yes. There is a good location for a statue that we can use right here. And the scarecrow. It's perhaps scaring off some people. It might be good fit here for the farm. That we have something like a scarecrow down here for those workers. And as we can see, we can actually have quite a lot here. The bushes, for example, some trees in between those houses to beautify our settlement. There we have the statue now. The market does need a worker though. Let's add a worker to the market there. And I think, oh, we don't have enough wood yet. I would love to get a bit more wood for the next barracks, right? So that we get a few more melee fighters out. We have... Oh, actually, wait a second. Let's get 2 more archers out. We can still afford a bigger army. For now, we can also afford a few more people. The stone is coming in now really good. And wood we have enough again, right? And there is the barracks, and since I think at some point we're going to get rid of that deposit there, and since we already have the archers here, I would like to have the barracks close to the archery range, so we can squeeze it in here just fine. So we have all of these production or training buildings close together. My new archers are coming out, so we got a nice little army there now up and running. And now we can focus a bit on the defense for the 3rd night. That is approaching rather quickly. And the mood is too low. How can that be? We have some tavern here. Let's get another worker up. The market should do its job there, so it's actually already... we could sell... Oh, we need to sell something. Boar leather is the only thing I can think of that we have at the moment. So we might just choose this one. And yeah, actually we have the next quest here. 40 archers we need to train. That's a lot. We need to build a tower and a wall. Now the wooden tower and the stone tower we can already get up. So I would actually like, first of all, we can capture this one here. But this one I keep for open now. We might have the stone tower. Oh, there we have it. Strategic locations on either side. Oh, but it's nighttime now. So we need to wait there again. There they're coming. Oh, that's quite a lot. It would have been fantastic to have the tower up there now. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility. So, charge, attack, and kill them all. I think for this time, yep, we manage it, but it's getting, yep, getting increasingly more. There was quite a lot of soldiers now, and we're losing the hunter cabin. Doesn't matter because it was an ugly building anyway with the campfire in the air. But so far we've done it. Very good. Any other attack? Nope, that's it. Very good. So another attack we have survived. We can now focus on defense and improving our economy. There's still a lot of buildings that need to be built. Also, we have the windmill, for example, the fields, the bakery then that we can use. So many buildings actually, and I don't even know if that is the end of it. So if you enjoyed this one, give it a like and we'll continue here then next session. Stay tuned.